Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another cast here on the Ash and GG channel, and today we're having a look at Deft's AD carry gameplay here on the Korean server. This is a couple of weeks or months, well, a month-ish ago, and he is playing Ezrael together with the Tom Kench, facing off against Senna and the Karma, and that's why I was really interested in this, because this is going to be, in my mind, this is going to be a pretty interesting kind of all over the place team comp, and Ezrael has a lot of options to play, but he has to be very, very good. Like, this is a game as Ezrael where you can't just sit back in your protective little bubble and throw shit. And so we will try to find out how exactly Deft will manage. Deft, obviously, one of the contenders for the world champion title right now, as DRX, spoiler warning, did take down Gen G in a actually pretty interesting 3-1. Now, I would say that this 3-1, with no respect taken away from DRX at all, but was given a little bit by Gen G as well, who were a little bit all over the place. Peanut definitely falling into some very, very chaotic gameplay, and then Chovy just back in his old habits again. Trying to, oh, first strike is denied. Karma Senna is a very, very nasty lane. Alright, sneaks in a Q. Those Qs are mighty important. Yeah, this is mighty important. Oh, beautiful double knock up here. Ignite onto the Senna as Tom Kench. Yeah. Not going to be able to get level 2 just quick enough. I think had Ezrael attacked the minions there is an off chance that Tom Kench can. Beautiful double knock up again. And will these two learn? Flash by the Senna. Alright, let's clear out this minion. Alright, free access for our Q. Oh, TK. That wasn't the best one, was it? Oh, as we're going to E onto the Senna here. Very scary. Obviously, the enemy jungler is a definitely not a listen. The enemy jungler is a Belveth. So, don't have to be too scared, actually. But yeah. We saw both of these junglers started bot side, so. They are both in the top side. Belveth 20 farm to Lee Sin 16 farm. That is just because of the chickens. The raptors. As a beautiful E knock-up is going to connect with Senna again. Remember, she is flashless as we are going to pick up a kill onto the Senna. Beautiful damage onto Karma as well, but it is not going to be quite enough to take her down as well. But Sheen available here for the Ezrael, who is running teleport, something that I love to do as well on Ezrael. My number one solo queue AD carry is Ezrael with teleport. Because, yeah. Duo queue, it's more like Jinx or something. But for solo queue, just feels great. You can deal with most situations as long as you are looking into the future enough. You know, thinking about, okay, can I get Dove here if my support dies? And then usually you can kind of give up one wave maximum, maybe 2 waves, and then teleport back. And obviously, you can also just smash the lane. So something that I do a lot on Ezreal is I actually don't use the Qs on the enemies. Now, this doesn't work versus Karma and Senna, right? Which is why I was so interested in this lane. But I use my Q on the minions, and I just haul S to stack my passive, and that's all I do. I just stack my passive auto attack and push in the wave, push in the wave, push in the wave. Just go, 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 go the entire time, and then teleport back and continue and do the same thing again. And it makes for a beautifully simple recipe, because all I have to do is I have to jungle track, right? Which as a mid laner I do anyway. So I only have to jungle track, and then I just push in, push in. I don't have to worry about the bot lane matchup, and I reach mid game, at which point I can start playing the game. Alright, TK was on a little bit of a voyage. So Deft currently just holding on. The first strike proc still not being denied by the Senna. And he's actually gotten pretty solid damage, poke damage onto the Karma. As yeah, we are moving in to protect the Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth knock-up lands on no one important. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't wanna fight when Ahri is still mid lane. What is Victor doing down there? Victor, mate. Just prioritizing the roams over the CS, huh? Ay, ay, ay. You little sinner. Oh, nice Q. By the way, when it comes to Ezrael builds, there are a couple of Ezrael builds that are being played. My favorite by far is the Trinity Force Ezrael. As damage-wise, it is definitely one of the best. Gives you a good amount of survivability as well, so that makes it, let's say, extra fitting with Ezreal's ability to play something like the Frozen Heart, stuff like that, right? Versus Assassins. So yeah, I personally am a big fan of that. Some people also go Essence Reaver, and yeah, they just go Essence Reaver, and then they just kind of start to decide what they want to do. And then there's also the, like, which mythic they want to go, right? Obviously, if you go Essence Reaver, there are a lot of mythics that you can not take anymore, right? Triforce being one of them, as the Sheen effect would be lost. The Spellblade effect, right? So, because that one is a unique one and you can't stack them. So, but a lot of people go Essence Reaver into the Muramana just to get very, very early damage and very quick damage, right? And that you can pair that with lethality, you can pair that with AP damage. I think it's mostly paired with something like a crown or something like that. Actually, beautiful kick by Lee Sin. What the hell? Hell yeah, dude. As, alright, 306 Ezreal, 304 Tahm Kench. Yeah. That looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Wait. Is this the Lehen's top lane singed? Appears to be so. I actually didn't even notice that Lehens was in this game as well. Alright, well. So the thing is, right, that for the item choices, with the durability patch, there are some items that are clearly just much, much better. And I think Triforce is one of them. And then Divine Sundra is good, don't get me wrong. Divine Sundra is not bad, but I personally don't like it as much as Triforce. Triforce just feels the best. Your auto attacks come out quickly. You know, you get incredible damage on your Qs, you get incredible damage on your auto attacks, I mean, comparably so, right? You get HP, like, it just feels like such a well-rounded item, right? And once you get to your 2-item spike, it's a much stronger spike than on the Essence Reaver. Now, that does not mean that Essence Reaver is useless, right? But what Essence Reaver does is, if you have a lane that you need to snowball quickly, then Essence Reaver, and a game as well, then Essence Reaver into Muramana, into maybe a lethality item, will give you a lot of bang for your buck, right? However, or you just have a crown game, right? You have a game where you're going to need a crown because, I don't know, Kiana or some super close range puncher like that, maybe in a Kali, right? Someone who can easily dive into the backline. And then at that point, it's also a good idea, right? But just going for Essence Reaver in a game like this, it definitely doesn't feel as good. And not only do you do less damage, you're less survivable, and it just feels bad to lose your Sheen passive to a, let's say, mediocre one, if you can have, or if you could have Triforce. So yeah, I'm an absolutely massive fan of Triforce. Feels really good on Ezrael, and it allows you to even more now, right? Go into those defensive items as well if you want them. I'm generally enjoying the build diversity in Ezreal with Crown, the AP third item that is sometimes weaved in, right? Can be a Crown, can be something else, clearly, but I think Crown is the most popular one, and also the most, like, unique one at that. But yeah, I'm expecting a Zerilda's Grudge pretty much now. A little bit of a thing to note, obviously, once your Mana Moon transforms into Muramana, that is where it becomes an item. So right now, Ezreal actually doesn't have 2 items, and right now he has. Like this is a really big difference in damage and in, yeah, having an item. Before it's like 1.5 items, right? And then you get the Mana Moon, not the Muramana, and all of a sudden it is its own item, very strong. And yeah, the 2-item power spike on Ezreal feels amazing now with this build, so I'm a big fan. We can expect a Zerilda's Grudge, and then usually what people do is they go Tiamat, which is a bit interesting. So Tiamat is really good because it gives you Omnivamp instead of lifesteal, instead of just lifesteal. Oh, we have a little bit of a flank here. TK going to grab the Ezreal. The flip is there, but Ezreal has a Z available, and Q will miss, but we are going to get out. As Bel'Veth tries to get a kill onto the Tahm-Kench, but not available there. Beautiful job by the Tahm-Kench, saving this Ezreal from the Lehens Bel'Veth flank. That actually was a really smart idea, though, by them. Trying to just get that flank off and kill off the Ezreal. But Deft will not budge. Stands his ground. Alright. So yeah, we're actually picking up the Ravenous Hydra next. So yeah, it gives you a lot of sustain. It gives you really good damage. Works great on your Q. So Tiamat, definitely a good choice. Obviously, armor penetration not going to be super needed as there's not a whole lot of armor, but once you get to like that third item spot, the fourth item spot, usually armor is worth it anyway. So if you don't have any armor on the enemy team, you can go try for it. You can go try for it, yeah. You can go Revenges, right? Or whatever else you prefer for an item, and then because you're not an assassin, right? You're not reliant on hitting those exact damage numbers. I would say for an assassin, getting Cyrilda's Grudge one way or another is a good choice. But on Ezrael, you can definitely make do with a little bit less damage. As a very questionable teleport by Victor, like... I don't know. I don't know what this Victor is on, but it is... I mean... Yeah, I don't know. Super odd roam. Oh, actually good damage. Good damage from that Ezrael ultimate. Yeah, dealing damage to Senna, huh? Kind of a meme. Alright, we're going to beautiful hammer there by the Jace as well as we jump in aggressively onto Stardust Infinity. Oh, Jace still doesn't have his Muramana stacked. I mean, he doesn't also... Yeah. He doesn't stack it nearly as quickly as something like the Ezreal, obviously, but... Look at the Ahri, dude. Just a casual second item Magi's. 9-1-13. As your boy Ezreal. Does have quite a bit of sustain now. Just a little bit of Omnivamp, or in this case... Or just in this case, normal Vamp, right? It's pretty useful as a decent dive, but not a knock-up. Flash onto the Senna. Kill has been acquired. Good check on that. Dominated lane. And we are going to retreat. Yep, gonna go back. 8-1-4. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, there it is. That is the Revenge's Hydra we were all waiting for. Revenge's Hydra with the Caulfield's Warhammer, giving that much loved cooldown reduction. For boots, he's also going Lucidity. I personally love Lucidity boots. Ezreal becomes an absolute menace with cooldown reduction. So painful to deal with. As we are diving the enemy base. We do not care. And yeah, Victor has nothing to say about it. Is Victor even still in the game? I mean, he is, kind of, but you know, 129 CS. He also kind of isn't. This could actually be a pretty disadvantageous fight, but I mean at this point, yeah, at this point the blue team is just slapping them with their wallets. Absolutely ridiculous. As Bel'Veth goes for an off angle, they're trying to pick up the Tahm Kench, trying to get some resets going, but not going to be possible right now as we dive into the enemy team here. And the minion wave is going to block this Ezreal out. Nothing he can do. As all Flip almost lands Ari in the base. With solid damage by the Jays. We're going to pick up Lehens. And at this point, everyone's just stat farming. Alright. Oh, another kill picked up. So it was worth it after all. And that is the Nexus exploding. Thank you very much for watching. And stay awesome.
Ты моя тяжелая, такая толстая, огромная я, всегда голодная, хорошая, ты моя я, бейби, ты моя я. Ты моя тяжелая, такая толстая, огромная я,